I reread the anthology series after chapter 97 of Houseki no Kuni because of this one panel from the chapter. My favorite stories when I first read the anthology at the beginning of hiatus after chapter 95, probably around like December of 2020, were the Kusaka Siblings and the Lunar Funeral, but all of them provided amazing insights into Houseki no Kuni upon a reread. But there needs to be a line drawn, as these parallels that I will be pointing out here and in future videos are not to state that they're direct links from concept of an idea into execution of that said idea from her previous works into Houseki no Kuni. It feels more like Ichikawa testing her creativity and then reusing or modifying it again into her latest work, however she sees fit. Kusaka Siblings is an interesting story. Kusaka is broken but loved by so many. He's afraid to get surgery for his shoulder because it potentially limits the chances of him ever playing again, which is the only thing he believes gives him value in society. Outside of what he feels is superficial love for his talent, he really has no support system to keep him grounded, and really connects with the broken antiques from the shop that his family, well, essentially he runs, as these little broken items are never sold off or amount to anything, just like him. The sound design and the effects of this story is used to have others resonate with Kusaka and his pain when he moves in a way that is supposed to be normal, but he shouldn't due to his injury. And then there's his sister. Not gonna lie, it's a weird concept for a wish for family, but it is granted, and Hina looks a hell of a lot like Phos, even the way that she shatters at the end of the story, which is ironic as she, who breaks beyond repair, gives the source of what is needed for Kusaka to find happiness in this world, a real family, someone that becomes a part of him. Praise for being good at something is taxing at a young age. I studied pretty hard because when I was little, all the way through high school and even into college, it was because I thought that was the only thing I was good at. I didn't really have much good social skills. I was pretty, my street smarts suck, but I was really good at studying. And eventually you make that one wrong mistake. That pillar of success, when it's built on such a shaky ideal of self-esteem, feeded off of others giving you praise instead of coming from my own desire, is so unstable and crashes down. Just like Kusaka, I dream of days of going back to change the one or countless mistakes that I've made and just start fresh. But that isn't the reality we live in, and that's why these little pages is probably my most favorite moments of the entire anthology, because it just hits me right. It just hits me right into my soul. And probably the reason, if we look into it, why I like so many time travel series or time travel concepts. I've talked about it a little bit with Tatami Galaxy, but I'll go more into it as I release other videos that aren't Houseki related, because it doesn't really feature that time travel. It's more time skips. Doctor's modifications have meaning behind them, especially as we see the shoulder piece reminds me exactly of how the doctor's vessels and anatomy, as she ripped apart her chest to give fluids to Congo. I mean, it really brought me right back to it. It's not a one-to-one correlation, but the moment hit so strongly that when I read 97, I literally immediately went to this chapter. Humans continue to push forward their desires and wants to the future, and it seems that Doctor almost plays both roles in Houseki no Kuni as these siblings. One that gives salvation for Phos, but also carries across her own desires onto Phos, hoping for the future to be without these said humans and their nasty desires. What other parallels did you find if you happen to read the anthology post 97? I know this is a really short video. I'll talk more about the story with the plant people from the anthology in my future Karen Gorn video, which I'm currently working on, and October is the big Phos video. So expect a little less Houseki no Kuni videos coming out in the coming month or two. Obviously the live streams and the immediate chapter discussion, those will come out, but I am preparing for bigger projects, so they'll take a little more time than just the weekly, hence the short videos this past few weeks. Instead, you might actually get some other anime content, so look out for it if you are interested, and I will see you guys in the next one. This outro is way too long. Peace.